I hear you've written some books.
I have, yes.
I see them here too.
Yes, aren't they beautiful?
Tell me about your books a little.
They are a trilogy. The first and second one are published already, as you can see. And they are a sci-fi thriller set in a alternate universe called Venatus. And they are about 3 men who are part of a prophecy to stop 2 worlds from colliding.
So tell me about these worlds.
Well, as I said, the first one is called Venatus, and it's kind of like ruled by a organization called the Assassin's Guild, which, as I'm sure you can tell by the name, is an organization of assassins.
Makes sense.
Yes. But they have a secret that none of the other citizens in the world know that you find out about in the books. Our main character is someone who went rogue from said organization because he discovered that secret. And that's kind of how the books begin.
Tell me about your main characters.
My main characters are obviously the ones who are part of the prophecy. Most of the first book is in the point of view of a man called Barrows Hawk, who is a rogue assassin who used to work for the organization that governs his home planet of Venatus, but he went rogue when he discovered that the leader of said organization was keeping a secret from everyone, and he didn't like that. And then the second main character is a fallen angel who works for that leader and is helping him with his secret plan. And the third one is a man named Seto Howell, who is the leader of a company. If you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh, he's kind of like Seto Kaiba from there.
Why should people read your books?
Well, I would hope they would read the books because they are different from most of the books for their age group, which is probably young adult to adult. They're unique, and they're not the same kind of love triangle or star-crossed lovers kind of thing. That's kind of why I wrote them. I wanted to write them because that's not the type of thing I like to read.
What authors or books are inspirations for you?
Well, my biggest inspiration for this series was the League series by Sherilyn Kenyon, because that's another sort of assassins or the government sort of thing. And also the Fallen series by Thomas East Nagoski, which is the whole Fallen Angels, Battle for Heaven and Hell thing, which kind of ties into the story of the second book. And also very inspired by Scott Tracy, who wrote one of my favorite book series, the Witch Eyes trilogy.
What sort of world is your book set in? Is it
it's a very dark, very ruthless, very sort of dog-eat-dog kind of world. Magic is a very prevalent thing, the well-known thing. Most people have magic, or at least know about it, been exposed to it, that kind of thing. It's also kind of set in the Dark Ages, but there is technology like computers and stuff like that.
What musical style best fits your book and why?
Probably kind of like a dark, dramatic, kind of medieval sort of thing. Because, as I said, it's set kind of in the Dark Ages, and it's a very dramatic, intense kind of series.
What is better, technology or magic?
It would depend on what sort of magic it was. If it was the kind that has lots of rules and stuff, then I wouldn't think it would be very useful. But if it's just no limit magic, then that would definitely be better than technology.
What drink best represents each of your characters?
For Veros, probably something cold, a cold beer. A cold, expensive beer.
Expensive.
Yes, that's an important thing. Breatharian, well, he doesn't really eat or drink. But if he were an alcoholic beverage, or just a beverage.
I didn't specify alcoholic, but
I know. Coffee.
Coffee.
Yes.
An alcoholic coffee.
An alcoholic coffee. Seto. And iced tea.
What kind of music would your characters listen to?
Veros would probably listen to some very angry rock music. like acid rock, something like that. Therian, probably something kind of like mystical kind of thing. Seto, I think, would be a classical music fan.
So Tara, tell me about yourself.
I am 27 years old. I've been writing since I was in elementary school because I love to read, but I find that most of the books that are published are not the type of books that I want to read, so I decided to write my own. I also really like fan fiction, and I work in a chocolate store.
What are some of your favorite books?
The Jesse James Dawson series by K.A. Stewart. As I mentioned, Witch Eyes by Scott Tracy. Recently, I got really into the Age of Darkness trilogy by Katie Rose Poole. And more recently, I found this really great trilogy called the Realm of Fae series by Ben Alderson. It's a trilogy at the moment, but hopefully the fourth book is coming out like this year or next year or something like that.
If you were to create a blend of tea that represents you as a person, what would be in it? What sort of ingredients?
Like lavender, some kind of chocolate-related thing, like cocoa nibs or something like that, and some kind of fruit, like cranberries or cherries or something like that.
So, lavender...
A book-shaped candy.
Lavender, book-shaped candies, chocolates... Fruit.
Yes.
Awesome. Hogwarts house.
Slytherin.
Ebook or physical book?
Physical book.
Tea or books?
Books. Books about tea.
Oh. What is your opinion on people writing fan fictions about your book?
I would be very happy if people wrote fan fictions about my book.
Write fan fictions about her book.
Read it so you can write fan fiction.
Oh yeah, read it first, I guess. Don't just write fan fictions based on the summary that you got today. Where can people find your book if they want to purchase it?
They can find it on Amazon, Chapters. I believe my first book is also available on like Barnes & Noble. Or the publisher's websites, of course. The first one was published by iUniverse, and the second was published by Archway Publishing. For a limited time, until I run out, if you buy the first book, you can let me know, and I can give you a promo to purchase the second one in ebook.
Well, Tara, thank you for sharing all of this information about your books.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Buy her books.